AVC Sports presents high school football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Doan Ford, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Southeastern Med, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Snode State Farm, Dudley Satellites, Dish, Muskingum Valley Health Center, Schrock's Woodworking, Emory Heating and Cooling, Surgent Construction, Dave's Buy, Sell, and Trade, Doudna Chiropractic, McVay Funeral Home, Allen Hunter State Farm, and Sharon Stone.
From Duval Field here in Caldwell, it is the Caldwell Redskins at 9-1 on the season, hosting the Frontier Cougars 3-7. Howard Twiggs and our old buddy John Secrest. And Coach, nice to see you again. And this is a Caldwell team that you've seen quite a bit. Your impressions as we go into the first round of the playoffs?
Well, you know, I think Caldwell again flexes its weapons. We've talked almost in every broadcast that we've done here with the Redskins and the amount of weapons that they have that they can throw at an opponent, even though one of them won't be in uniform tonight. And Jace Norman out with a broken ankle on the line. You know, the Redskins still have just a lot of firepower that they can come at you from almost every direction by throwing the ball. As we were just informed that Cale Bender has needs 61 yards to set the school record here at Caldwell for yards passing in a season.
Right, we will get into those individuals in just a couple of minutes. This pregame is sponsored by Gillespie Drugs and Braden Medical Services. They wish both teams good luck tonight as we are just about less than 15 minutes away from the start of round one of the playoffs. And Caldwell, as we mentioned, 9-1 in the season, coached by Chance Rucker. Frontier coach Russ Morris has been there now, you say 17 years, Coach, a guy you know very well and a class guy.
Yeah, Russ, I've known Russ Morris for probably more years than I'd like to remember that way, but Russ is a very dear friend and a very, very nice man. He is a credit to the coaching association, really, and you know, he's just very soft-spoken and gets along with his kids very well. I talked to him a little bit before the game down on the field. He said that this is the nicest bunch of kids that he's been around in a long time, you know, from start to finish. And he said even though we're 3-7, he said it just didn't seem like a very long year to me because of the kids.
Well, with all due respect to Coach Morris, it could be a long night for the Cougars as these offensive numbers for Caldwell jump out at you. They average 45.5 points a game and give up defensively just 8 points a game, whereas conversely Frontier averages 18.3 per game, but defensively they struggle, give up 34. They also have one common opponent, Coach. They both played Conotton Valley. Caldwell won 56-8. Frontier lost 50-7, and those aren't good numbers.
No, and of course Russ and I didn't discuss that, but you know, within the tone of the conversation, that was out there.
Well, we will take a break here, step aside. When we come back, we'll have more pregame, so stay with us.
Hi, this is Stan from Dudley Satellites, your local Dish authorized retailer. Our community is our family, and we are committed to supporting causes that matter here in southeastern Ohio. That's why we are proud supporters in high school sports. It's just one way we are helping to make a difference right here in our own backyard. Call us at 740-581-1191 or visit 510 Cumberland Street, Caldwell to learn more about how we are supporting our community through Dish Cares.
MVHC Urgent Care provides health care without the wait. Their locations offer extended hours and are fully equipped with x-ray and lab services. You do not have to be an MVHC patient to utilize the urgent care services. Visit one of their convenient locations in Cambridge, Coshocton, Malta, or Zanesville for all your urgent health care needs.
Schrock's Woodworking is a family-operated cabinet shop with a passion for beautiful custom cabinetry. Whether you love a rustic kitchen with lots of shiplap or are drawn to a sleek and modern design, they create the kind of cabinetry you can build your life around. Call 740-489-5229. Cut out the middleman and work directly with your cabinet maker at Schrock's Woodworking. Visit schrockswoodworking.com for a virtual tour and a free estimate. That's SCHROCKS woodworking.com.
Dad, I don't feel good.
I'll grab the Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey.
Isn't DayQuil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey is just for kids, specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
DayQuil Kids Honey first, then video games.
Deal.
Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey. The kids' honeylicious daytime coughing, congestion, stuffy head, stuffy nose medicine. Safe for ages 6+.
Research shows listeners prefer a personalized experience. So to help you remember, Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance. We personalize this ad for Amber, who really misses boy bands from the 90s.
Hey girl, I'm the cute one, here to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I'm the heartthrob. The only thing I love more than you is saving. And I'm the other boy in the band everyone forgot about.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
Got your game on? We do all season long.
High school football. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
Drugs and Braden Medical Services pregame report tonight, and it is Region 27 from Division 7 OHSAA, first round of the playoffs, where Caldwell 9-1 is taking on these Frontier Cougars at 3-7. The winner of this game will play the winner of Portsmouth Sciotaville, a 5-5 squad, and they are playing South Gallia at 4-6. So, John, you'd think at least looking ahead, should Caldwell advance tonight, and there's a pretty good chance they would host a team that they're not very familiar with down south because it's such a large region, but it would be here at Caldwell.
Yeah, the Redskins will host the second round, providing they get by Frontier here tonight. Now, in one of the first playoffs back 3, 4, 5 years ago, Caldwell played Sciotaville, and it is right at Portsmouth. So, it's a long trip up Route 7 or across 64 to Charleston and up. So one of those teams will be probably coming up this way regardless.
Better to be hosting in week 2 than traveling.
Yes.
When we look at Caldwell this year, except for one game we'll get into in a minute, they've only tested one time. That was a big game with Shenandoah where they won 28-18. That's a rivalry game, so you have to take a lot of stock and say, hey, that's a game that both teams are going to play to the end. So that was a very competitive game. But the disappointment for Caldwell this year, John, was the Fort Fry lost. Fort Fry's a very, very good football team. They are in the playoffs, but it was 44-7. What happened to the Redskins?
Well, first of all, they forgot to come out to begin the second half. As they went into halftime, it had been a very hotly contested first half, ended up 7-7 on the scoreboard, and then it just looked like the second half began and Caldwell's first team did not show up on the field as the Cadets ran off 44 straight unanswered points in the second half. And I think, Howard, the easiest way to just to say just what happened was that the Fort Fry exploited some of our weaknesses, and they just absolutely went to the passing game, and the Redskins just didn't have any answer for that. So I think that's about the easiest way to describe it. But the Redskins, as a staff and everybody, took that to heart and went back and said, "Hey, there are some things that we got to shore up." And hopefully that they've been able to correct all of those type of things, and as they proceed deeper into the playoffs, as you would expect, the competition's going to get stiffer. And just looking at, I know River is looming out there, and then of course the ever popular Newark Catholic looming out there. So as you advance, the competition gets stiffer, and they're going to go after your weaknesses.
Speaking of River, the Pilots last week played these Frontier Cougars, and it was not pretty because Frontier lost 70-0 to River. So you talk about a good team there with the River Pilots, John. Let's take a look at first the passing numbers for Caldwell. They are led by Cale Bender. As John mentioned just a couple of minutes ago, he needs 61 yards to break the single season record for passing. He has just tremendous numbers. He has 93 for 140 for 66%, 1,600 yards, 77 is his longest pass, but 18 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. And here's the good one, John. He's only been sacked one time.
Well, that speaks highly of the offensive line. But here's the thing that we overlook about Cale Bender is the fact that he basically is another running back in the offense. And as we're talking about as you advance into the playoffs, well, these upcoming teams in the playoff have got to, I'm sure, going to look at him. Are they going to put a spy on him? Because he can beat you with his legs. We talk about his passing stats, but basically, I've always, I look at him as another running back there that you got to account for him, and if you don't, he's going to really hurt you.
He has piled up 278 yards rushing on the season. But the big guy on the ground for the Redskins is Marshall Sayer, an outstanding player, over 1,000 yards rushing, 15 touchdowns for Sayer. So the thing about Caldwell that impresses me, John, is they're very balanced.
Well, that's what I said. I call it weapons. You call it balance. But they are very balanced. They can go wide. They can go between the tackles. They can just hurt you from every direction with the amount of athletes and the amount of weapons that they have to throw at you. So of opponents, it's a problem.
Well, speaking of offense, the Caldwell Redskins did win the toss. They elected to receive, so that tells you a lot tells you a lot about how they feel about this one. So they will be getting the football from the Frontier Cougars. And, we want to talk defensively for just a moment here while we have a chance, John. Colby Langley has 55 solo tackles and 39 assists on the season. The guy's just a beast.
He has to be blocked if you're the opponent. You don't block Colby Langley, you're going to pay. And without a doubt, as we talked earlier, the Redskins are going to miss Jace Norman because he was right opposite of Colby Langley, and he had several sacks, and they will miss him. But you're right, Colby Langley. Somewhere in your scouting report, you got to have him circled.
Well, Caldwell will be in the red pants with the black jerseys and white numerals, red helmets. They will be going left to right along your radio dial. Back deep for the Redskins as we await the Frontier kickoff will be Dylan Wheeler.
And probably, number 4 in your program, that's Dudley.
Braxton Dudley,
speedster.
Who was a question mark coming in for a couple of banged up things, so it's good to see him play tonight. So there is one injury, as we had mentioned, and there is one for personal reasons. One of the guys not playing for Caldwell tonight, so we'll talk about that if we get a chance. But Tice Duvall, for personal reasons, will not dress. So we are set to begin, and this kickoff is brought to you by the Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company. Week number 11, round 1 of the Ohio High School playoffs.
Lucas Cox will squib kick it, and right. Yep, McKee on the recovery. Devin McKee.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a squib kick, a missed kick, or something, but they'll get the ball in great field position.
Yeah, great field position. Yeah, I think that was just a missed kick there. So the Redskins are going to have it on their right about midfield.
Yeah, the ball sailed in the air 10 yards, and right there fielding was Devin McKee. So this brings up a situation. We've got a momentary timeout. It looks as though the officials are discussing something. So both teams are at their benches. So I don't see a flag down, John. So
the only thing they could be discussing is the length of the kick. Did it go 10 yards?
Well,
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, because you could field it at any point. So the Caldwell coaches are out on the field discussing the situation with the officials. So I think we're not going to get an explanation.
No.
But Caldwell will have the football 1st and 10 right at midfield.
Kind of a presumptuous start here.
They will go with Sayre as the running back. Bender in the shotgun. He'll have Sayre next to him. He will take the snap, roll to his right. Got a
wide open.
Got a completion. Got a catch. That's Dylan Wheeler. And right away the Redskins attack, and they pick up 15 yards and the first down. First play of the football game is a completed pass to Dylan Wheeler. Wheeler on the season, good numbers receiving.
He is one tough kid.
And it's a first down.
Yep. As Ethan Schrock now slips into the backfield.
He will be joined by Bender. He will get the football. Breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and he gets inside the 30-yard line down to the 28. So a little bit of a change up that time by Caldwell.
He is filling in for Tice Duvall.
And now they'll stay back with Marshall Sayre as the lone running back. In motion is Ethan Kroc for the Redskins. Bender will keep it himself, close to the first down, inside the 20, still on his feet, dragged down. He's inside the 10-yard line, tackled at about the 9, so another first down.
See what I mean about Cale Bender being another running back?
That is a Caldwell Lumber first down, by the way, so the folks at Caldwell Lumber, for all of your needs, see them, so they have brought you that first down. Clock moving, 10:50 to go here in the first quarter. Caldwell on the move. They started at their 50-yard line, and they have it 1st and goal from the 9. Bender back to pass, has a completion.
That's
down
Ethan
to
Kroc.
the 5. That is Kroc.
And Kroc's down.
Is he in the end zone? Yes, he is.
Yep.
So Ethan Kroc on a 9-yard pass from Cale Bender. And that is touchdown pass for Ethan Kroc. Number 2 on the season. And for Cale Bender on the season, that is touchdown pass number 19. Well, flag on the play, I think, may bring it back.
They are.
Yep, so take that away.
Well, yes.
Yeah, we didn't see the flag come down. If it was picked up rather quickly, so make it first and goal from
Must
the
have been
17.
holding.
Yep.
Because it was 10 yards.
First and goal from the 17. Bender, back, looks
Oh
over
my.
the middle, has got the
Yeah.
same play, got the touchdown.
That's Wheeler.
That is Dylan Wheeler.
17 yards this time instead of 9.
Dylan Wheeler on the touchdown strike. That was pretty easy. And it is 6-0. Caldwell over Frontier at the 10-19 mark of quarter number 1.
So that'll bring on Miss Paisley Sidwell.
Your girl. Hey.
Yeah.
She's, you know what? As if I'm not mistaken, she has really improved as the season has gone on.
She has become very, very consistent, very reliable.
So the young lady kicker for the Redskins boots it through, and it looks good here. That makes the score 7-0, 10-19 to go. First quarter. We'll take a break and come back from Caldwell where it's 7-0 Redskins.
Where can you find the absolute best deal on limestone, colored mulch, and oversized river gravel? Only one place, the Sharon Stone Company, located just 3 miles west of Interstate 77 in Caldwell. The Sharon Stone Company sells quality products that will enhance your property. Sharon Stone has the best prices in the area, and they deliver. So if you're in the market to upgrade your driveway and landscaping, fill a culvert, or spruce up your property, call the Sharon Stone Company at 732-7100. That's 732-7100.
Back to Caldwell up 7-0 over Frontier. So, John, not the kind of start you want if you're the Cougars. You got bombed last week and you give up a short field, the 50-yard drive by Caldwell. You got to be wondering a little bit if you're in their huddle.
Yeah, you kind of think, if you're the kids, here we go again.
Right.
It becomes a mental thing, I'm sure. So I believe that's Aiden Bills back to receive.
They will have the two receivers back for the kick awaiting Caldwell. So Frontier in the gold pants with the white jerseys, gold helmets, and blue numerals. And they are awaiting the kick. They trail 7-0.
That's Colby Langley going to put the toe to it here in a second.
First 2 minutes of the game, it is 7-0 in favor of Caldwell. Short kick. It will be fielded at the 25, dropped, picked back up, and then nowhere to go are the Cougars, so they will start at their own 20-yard line.
Caleb Kirkpatrick, freshman on the return for the Cougars.
Now, the Frontier, as far as we know, John, they haven't had a lot of success offensively throwing the ball. They're more of a run-oriented team. I would expect them down 7-0 to not necessarily get out of their game plan, but I think they're probably going to have to try to establish the run.
Well, there's two theories of thoughts on that. You establish the run so you can pass, or you pass to establish the run. So see what Coach Russ Morris decides to do. But he knows he's looking at a very, very potent Redskin defense, and I got to believe that the Redskins are going to put on some stunts and a lot of pressure.
Similar to where we started the football game after the kickoff, there's a bit of a delay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why there's a delay now with Frontier taking the football over of probably a minute.
I didn't see a timeout signal by the official, but sometimes officials come here and they have a tendency to send signals to the press box over on the other side rather than up here. So maybe we're missing something here.
Oh, they're trying to fool us again, John. Those guys, I can't say enough. In the shotgun, they will go straight ahead.
Okay, that's number 21, the ball carrier. That's Liam Benton.
Yeah, well, he will get a gain of 1 on the play. Clock moving, under 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And good job defensively by the Redskins. Ethan Kroc, one of the guys there.
Ethan Kroc, he's a defensive end on the left side of the Redskin defense.
Second down, and they gave him 2, so let's make it 2nd and 8. And a quarterback keeper
got some yardage.
And he's going to be
That's Cox.
Close to a first down. So the quarterback Cox up to the 35-yard line. Not quite enough for the first down, but it's going to be 3rd and 1. So they caught Caldwell just a little bit.
Yes.
A little bit flat-footed there. So the Redskins close to getting the first down on them. So
well, if you're watching on the streaming, you're looking at kind of a strange formation that the Redskins haven't seen, where the Frontier has their quarterback in the shotgun with 3 backs behind him, and Cox.
Yeah, he's going to get the first down. But didn't they call that back in the day the T formation?
I think Woody Hayes called it that.
If you're thinking about it, it's the quarterback under center, and then 3 running backs in like a little line. So it's almost the T. And so we're talking Woody Hayes. We're talking 60s and 70s.
Well, this is the first time I've seen that formation this year out of any team. So
it might be the first time, John, you've seen it in decades.
Yeah, and again, there they
same
are.
Formation.
4 back and 2 halfbacks.
And 2 wide receivers, and one of them jumps, so we're going to get a flag.
Did we get the...
Yep, no flag.
No flag, no.
There will be no gain on the play, but one of the 2 wide receivers for Frontier jump, but no gain on the play. So make it 2nd down and 10. Clock moving, 8:10 to go. And you know, if nothing else, what Frontier is doing is by taking their time, running the play clock down, and if they can keep it up, is really shortening this game.
Well, that's a good decision by Coach Morris that, as long as he can keep his offense on the field, the Redskins can't score.
Now they will change formations, and there'll be another keeper with the quarterback. And he will be to the 38-yard line. I think, John, we're looking at a 3rd and probably 7. Something manageable. But do you get the feeling that they may be in 2-down territory even this early in the game at this point of the field, or no?
That's why I'm not coaching. I would not think so, but... Russ is pretty conservative.
Okay, so he needs all 7 here. About to pass, got a man wide open, got a catch, got a first down along the sideline, all the way down to the 35-yard line. A flag flies. I think a late hit out of bounds.
Ethan Snyder on that reception.
Well, you mentioned in the pregame, that's another first down, by the way, brought to you by Caldwell Lumber, but you mentioned in the pregame, John, that the Redskins a little susceptible to the pass. Well, that time the back coming out of the backfield was unchecked by either a corner or a linebacker, and that's a huge gain. And then you add on the personal foul, and I'll tell you what, they're in business. Frontier.
Well, the Redskins... last week, Howard had 18 penalties.
And that's something that I'm sure had to have been addressed during the week. But
one would think so.
Well, and let's be honest here, that was a silly penalty right there.
Yes.
The receiver made a nice play, was out of bounds, and you don't need to hit him just because you can. 1st and 10 now for Frontier. They are driving at the 22. They will go the quarterback keeper again. Breaks containment, gets down to the 15-yard line. Frontier's got something going here.
Picked up 6. Did Cox? Yeah. So he's running the football real well. He's a 5'9" senior.
More importantly, what Frontier is doing too, John,
taking time.
Absolutely. Yeah. They're on a drive now of nearly 5 minutes here in this first quarter.
Yeah, and it's there's that T formation again.
And we'll go with the fullback.
That's.
We'll get a couple. Now
Snyder.
Are they going to give him the first down? Yes, they are. That's a Caldwell Lumber first down. So, hey, give them credit. Do you think maybe the Redskins coming out of the locker room thought, well, this game's over before we start?
Well, that's always got to be a factor with young kids. You know, they're 15, 16, 17-year-old kids, and you don't know what's in their head.
Well, it's going to be 1st and 10. I know the coaches are going to get in their head at some point.
Yeah, or a foot.
Yeah. It won't be in the head.
Yeah.
Another play by Cox. There you go. That's good job by Caldwell. Making the tackles.
Ethan Schrock and Marshall Sayre in on that tackle.
That's an excellent job of leading the defense. So I think Caldwell's starting to figure out a little bit about formation for Frontier, what they like to do. And it appears as though what I think they see, what we see, John, is this is a team built on quarterback running.
Well, and again, you know, they had not seen that look in the offense.
Back to pass is Schrock. He's being chased. Let's go. It's a fight in the end zone for the ball.
Incomplete.
And, they will say, boy, that was a lot of hand fighting right down at the pylon. An excellent job that time defensively.
Number 9 on the
Devin McKee.
Devin McKee out there. Devin did a nice job fighting that off because he's a little undersized back there for the receiver.
Well, now 3rd down, and we talked a couple of minutes ago, John, about would you go for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
Now I think they're in 2-down territory.
Yeah, as a coach, that makes it easy now.
5:01 to go here in the first quarter. Caldwell up on Frontier 7-0, first week of the playoffs. Back to pass is Schrock. Let's go. Got a man in the end zone. Just overthrows.
Yeah.
There he had him. He had the tight end right at the goal line. And Caldwell surrounded him, but unable to knock the ball away. So just about a foot over his head. So 4th down for Frontier. They obviously will go for it here.
Right. Yep. No use. And I'm sure, you know, field goal wise, that's they're going to try a field goal, I believe. Yeah.
Right.
As the quarterback Lucas Cox is going to try a 34-yard field goal here.
Kick is on the way.
Oh, my.
Looks good from here.
Oh, my. What a foot.
It is good.
It is good.
Outstanding.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that had to go at least 45, 50 yards.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that headed for the swimming pool.
And we will take a break at 4:52 to go in the first quarter. Surprising so far. 7-3, Caldwell over Frontier. Hey.
Whether you are experiencing pain in your knee, tingling in your fingers, or a sore back, Superior Med Orthopedics is here for you. Their patients' health and safety is their top priority, and they currently offer telehealth visits for your initial appointment. Take comfort in knowing when you come to their facility, they're following all protocols to ensure you remain safe. Find out all their team offers by visiting seormc.org today to learn more.
Dylan Wheeler and Braxton Dudley will be the return men for Caldwell, and I don't know if everybody's in shock, John, but I think people are surprised.
That was a leg.
Yeah,
from Lucas Cox.
Not only that, but it was a good drive.
Yeah,
I think people thought, hey, this game's, as we said earlier, this game's not anything to worry about. Well, it's early. Now let's be honest, but you know this drive will tell a lot about the Redskins.
And let's see what Lucas Cox does on this one. We saw he's got a leg, but the first kickoff he almost whiffed.
Yeah. So 4:52 to go here in the first. And
there
it's
she
a
goes
squib
again.
kick. That will be fielded by Dudley at the 25, and he is up to the 40 and dropped at the 43-yard line. So good return by Braxton Dudley, and the Redskins will have good field position.
Yep. Blake Brooker knocked him down for the Cougars.
And that kickoff is brought to you by patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance. See the good folks at Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance on Main Street in Cumberland for all of your Ohio needs for 122 years. So the Redskins with Sayre and Bender in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the right. Sayre's going to get a tackle. Another one. Gets a block.
That's
down
a
to the
touchdown.
40. There's a penalty flag. Going to bring it back.
Another
down
penalty.
to the 10, 15, touchdown.
Yeah, so I'm not going to write anything down.
Yeah, no, that's coming back. Anytime you see that back break containment, somebody did something he shouldn't have done.
Especially when they reverse field.
Yeah. But, John, you mentioned 18 penalties last week.
Yeah, and this is number 3.
And you know, you take away the touchdown.
Well, you know, as a coach, you have to be concerned. This is week 11, and you don't like those kind of penalties in week 11 or any time, really.
Okay, why?
Well, you hope that mentally your kids are focused in and recognize what's out there in front of them and the need. You're playing a team that is undermanned, and you don't need to do anything questionable. And it becomes I remember talking to Coach Bob Knight about this. Mental toughness is so important in athletics. You know, he called it more important to your physical toughness as 4 is to 1. And you know, you hope that by this time in the season that your kids are focused and they, you know, can recognize those situations and you know, you talk to them and look at the big picture. We got this team outmanned. You know, we got an awfully good chance of winning, and you know, we don't need anything, you know, that's even questionable. So that's my theory.
Yeah, no, that's fine. By the way, Frontier took a timeout after the penalty, and I'm guessing maybe to talk defensive alignment based on formation from Caldwell. That, you know, you can't let Sayre break containment from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Marshall Sayre is as good a running back as we've had at Caldwell here, you know, since I've been here. So, you know, he just he is a hard runner.
Over 1,000 yards rushing, 1,068 in 10 games with the 15 touchdowns. Bender will pass. He's got Wheeler at the 42. Another flag.
Yeah, we're going to get I think that was Ethan Schrock. They're going to get Ethan either on a hold or an illegal block.
Wow. Yeah, Caldwell. Yeah, there's the hold signal by the officials. And
4th penalty here in the first quarter on the Redskins.
Yeah, 7-3 is the score. Caldwell on top of Frontier. This is Ohio High School football. And it is the first round of Division 7, Region 27, and another big penalty for Philo. So it's not, John, the little ticky-tacks. I made a mental error, false start.
Exactly.
These are things that you drive you crazy as a coach.
I guess that's what it kind of illustrates what I was talking about, is that you see that situation and you got to recognize, I don't need to do that.
No, exactly. I'm sure that will be reinforced at halftime. So first down and long, it's going to be Bender on the keeper, and he is stopped at the 35-yard line. And excellent job by Frontier. Make it a gain of
about 1 or
so. Second down and 17 or so. Clock moving here in this first quarter. 3:45 to go. Caldwell on top of Frontier, 7-3. Bender and Sayre in the backfield.
See if they throw this one.
Out wide is now in motion, and coming back is Ethan Schrock. So he'll have 2 backs. Will Bender in the backfield, and he will go to Schrock on the left side. Schrock up to the 44-yard line. So back to the original line of scrimmage. Gain of 7. So 3rd down and 10 for Caldwell. Clock rolls down to 3 minutes and 10 seconds, and a passing situation for Caldwell.
One would probably think so, or give it to Sayre.
By the way, if you're looking ahead, if Caldwell doesn't make this, Cale Bender has only punted 10 times this year.
Yeah, he is not had to put his toe to the ball very often.
So I'm saying the coach will say, you better get this first down, son. Now Sayre now goes in motion, and that's a little screen pass that is just dropped by Schrock.
Yep.
Well, what they did was they flooded Marshall Sayre to the left side and fooled everybody from Frontier. And then Schrock just kind of snuck out on the right side.
A little bit of a flare out there.
Just dropped the ball.
Yeah, started to run before he caught it. Looked the ball in.
Well, Cale Bender will punt it for the 11th time this year.
And again, this is tough for defensive coordinators. Your quarterback is your punter. Another threat.
Oh, it's over his head. Oh, my. He's lucky to get it away. It's a good one. And it will hit at the 35 and take a nice bounce. But that, that could have been a really huge mistake for Caldwell. Nice job by Bender of recovering and getting the football. It sailed about 2 feet over his head. Another mental mistake for Caldwell.
Yeah, we gave up a touchdown to Shenandoah on a snap over the quarterback's or the punter's head into the end zone.
Yep, Frontier will have the football. They trail 7-3 with 2:33 to go here in the first quarter, and a surprise from Duval Field in Caldwell. Where the Cougars are hanging around.
And
they'll go the quarterback keeper. That's Cox again. Cox 33 yards, up to the 33 rather. So
he's going to pick up about short 4, long 3.
You know, at some point, again, just talking about adjustments, you talked in the pregame about spying a quarterback. Is that something that Caldwell is thinking about as we move ahead? That hey, we've got to really focus on that guy because he is more of a runner than a passer.
Well, yeah, I would think that would be an adjustment that you ought to be making right now. As to whether to assign a spy or not, I don't know yet.
That's going to be I don't know about that one. That's going to be a personal foul.
Unnecessary roughness.
I've got to disagree if I'm allowed, John.
Go ahead.
The play was over, stopped, but you can't expect the defensive player who had him in kind of a bear hug to just give up. It's kind of like when you see the roughing the passer. That was the same kind of a thing. You can't stop players from breaking away once they've established their momentum in motion, and that's what happened there. That's a tough one on Caldwell.
But
I mean, it's 15 yards. I get it, and yeah, you've got to protect players, but unless you see it differently, John, I didn't think there was excessive force.
My thing just goes back to the mental part of it.
Okay, let go. All right. So, Frontier right at the 50-yard line, they have a first down. And that is a Caldwell Lumber first down, by the way. And they'll go to one of those 3 running backs, and he is down to the 46-yard line. Ouch.
Yes. Who was that? I didn't
that was Skylar Dalrymple.
Okay. Well, we'll put him down there.
Well, it's now going to be a 2nd down and 6 for Frontier. They are in Caldwell territory. Yep. They have 1 minute and counting here in the first quarter. And Caldwell opened the game on a 50-yard touchdown drive, and that has been it. And they'll go to the second back through.
Boy. And nice tackle there by Colby Langley right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. And again, that's Brooker.
Yeah. So 3rd down and 6. Looks as though Frontier will have to run one more play if they keep it on the ground. And they are in that kind of middle territory that do you want to go for it on 4th or do you want to punt it away?
Yeah, I don't know whether Coach Morris wants to give the Redskins a short field or not.
Yeah. Back to pass.
That's number 10.
Yep, that's a new look, and that's going nowhere.
Yeah.
So a new quarterback into the game for Frontier.
Yeah, that's Ethan Snyder.
Ethan Snyder was not on the same page with the rest of his Cougar teammates, as that ball was not even close to. The closest guy I saw to that ball was the bus driver.
Yeah, I
over
think,
by the buses there.
And he was signaling for a fair catch.
Well, 4th down, and I think they are going to punt the football.
Yeah. See, they're going to put, that's Cox.
Cox and Wheeler back deep for the punt return. So this will most likely end the first quarter, and a surprise here from, it's a fake. Oh, my. Cox still with the football. It is intercepted.
Tipped and entered.
That's Braxton Dudley to the 35-yard line. And that will, there's going to be 0.2 seconds on the clock. But that was you talked about Coach Morris as a conservative coach. That's a great call.
Well,
you don't lose anything.
I think that the punter had plenty of green. I think he could have run for the first down.
Yeah.
But then I'm not out on the field to take a look at it like that. But he had some green in front of him when he rolled to his right.
Well, this is going to end in the first quarter.
It will indeed.
0.2 seconds to go. So Caldwell will have an opportunity for one quick play. So kind of a little bonus there for the Redskins to get the offense on the field one play.
And that's
Sayre to the 40, and he is stopped at the 42-yard line. That will end quarter number 1, where Caldwell leads Frontier by the score of 7-3.
At Emory Heating and Cooling, one call gets it all. They provide comprehensive heating, cooling, and air quality services, including air duct installation, heat pump, air conditioning, furnace installation, and repair. Ed Emory personally provides high-quality products that are both budget-friendly and provides the results that you would expect from your high-quality HVAC system. So don't deal with a bunch of techs. Deal with the local expert in the field, Ed Emory and Emory Heating and Cooling. They also offer 24-hour services. Give them a call, 740-255-4837.
High school football
from ABC Sports
on WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. KC 105.
Well, welcome back, everyone. The Caldwell Redskins will begin the second quarter with a 2nd down and 4. And John, your thoughts in the first quarter?
Well, I think that, again, the Redskins, a little bit lackadaisical in that first quarter, and the Cougars came right out and said, hey, we're not rolling over for you. We're going to come right at you. And their running game with quarterback, they just were able to move the football in that first quarter.
Well, we will begin the second quarter. Caldwell going right to left. It will be Bender and Sayre in the backfield. Bender out of the shotgun, has a completion. It's to Schrock. Schrock crosses midfield. Another flag down.
Yep.
That's coming back again. Wow. I mean, that's got to be an illegal block, John. Another flag.
Yep, as somebody said something.
Okay, so the line judge
called.
You can see the hold on the play.
Oh, we got a sideline
holding on Caldwell. And then I think there's going to be the unsportsmanlike conduct.
No, they just called a sideline warning, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, nevertheless, that's coming back. So a nice completion from Bender to Schrock that time.
Yeah.
And fortunate for Caldwell that it wasn't 2 flags on one particular play, but nevertheless, it's not a good look for Caldwell to now have it 2nd down from their own 38-yard line. Up 7-3 second quarter. Bender will keep it.
Going to run it.
Yep, and he will be stuffed right at the 40-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and short for Caldwell. Make it 3rd and 4 for the Redskins. That is what, penalty number 5, I believe, on Caldwell?
6.
6. Ouch.
Penalty number 6.
Well, make it 3rd down for the Redskins. Schrock flips side now to the left side.
Yep.
Bender again on the keeper. And he breaks a tackle, breaks another, close to the first down. Looks like he's got it, and he is in Frontier territory or right at the 50-yard line. And that is a Caldwell Lumber first down.
And that is, again, you know, the problem that he presents to the opponent's defense, that there he is as a quarterback who can run the football with his legs. And, you know, that's tough to defend.
Well, Caldwell goes to the pistol formation with Sayer directly behind Bender. Something we haven't seen prior to this play.
And that's the pitch.
To Sayer. So a new play for the Redskins. Face mask coming.
Yep, that was obvious.
Go down to
picks up about 8.
Yep, so down to the 45-yard line, a penalty coming on Frontier. And
right.
So, John, a new play that time for Caldwell. A bit of success there with running the pistol. Penalty flag goes against Frontier.
It is a face man. That's their first penalty of the evening. And the Redskins fans give the officials the Bronx cheer.
Well, would you expect anything
else? Not a bit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Back to the formation with Bender, and to the left side is Sayer. Clock moves at 10:20 to go. Croc flips side as he has been doing, going from right to left. Back to pass is Bender. Looks for Croc. Got him. Tucked down to the 12-yard line. Nice job that time by Bender and Croc. Croc does a little seam route right inside towards the skinny post, and Bender hit him right on the numbers. Great pass.
Great look over the middle. Yeah, Ethan Croc definitely is a threat.
Bender has another completion.
That's Ethan
Croc again, knocked out of bounds. And he'll have a short gain, a marginal gain, but Caldwell definitely knocking on the door here. And you can bet the coaches are saying to the guys, hey, no penalties.
Yeah.
Second down and 7. Inside the 10-yard line of the Redskins. They snap to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass is Bender. Looks to the back of the end zone and wide open. Ethan
Croc. Yep, 6-yard touchdown pass.
Yep, at the 9:47 mark, Caldwell extends their lead now to 13-3. Another good pass by Cale Bender. And our gal Paisley set to kick the extra point for the Redskins. Tried to make it 14-3.
Out of the hold of Dylan Wheeler.
Snap, kick, up.
Oh, I think she missed that one.
Wide left.
Yep.
We'll take a break here. 9:47 to go, second quarter. 13-3, Caldwell over Frontier.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
Got to give credit to the Caldwell Redskins for an outstanding drive that time, Coach, and they mixed the run and the pass. They had a penalty, aided them, the face mask on Sayer, but really good balance that time by the Redskins on that drive.
Yeah, 3 completions on that, and 2 of them to Ethan Croc, and he just did an outstanding job. Cale Bender has just really matured as a quarterback, and not only throwing but running, and it makes him just an awfully tough young man to defend.
The Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company kickoff is underway. Another squib kick, and that will sail out of bounds. The question was it touched by some? They're going to say penalty flag on.
Well,
so it was not touched. So Caldwell will.
Where did they get it? 35.
Yeah. So Frontier will have good field position. following the illegal kick out of bounds.
Haven't had a signal yet. Let's see.
Well, let's see. You know, I'm surprised because a lot of the games we've seen this year, the officials have been mic'd up.
Yeah.
It would certainly help. It helps. And you'd think in the playoffs, the OHSA would mandate or say, hey, you know, we want our officials mic'd up because...
it cost them money. Sorry to cut you off.
That's no. Hey, you don't want to get me started, John. Yeah, we have a lot to say about the whole playoff format, but we'll be good.
Yeah.
So the kick out of bounds actually puts it at the 40-yard line. I think the discussion was, can you take it where it went out of bounds, or do you have to take it where the penalty would administer?
I'm not sure what the rule is in high school.
It wasn't,
in college, it automatically goes to the 35.
Yeah, I
but
think
I
in
don't
high
know.
school, the 40-yard line, that seems kind of...
I think it was where it went out of bounds.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
Yep.
First down and 10 for...
Nice gain for Cox, the quarterback, again.
Yep, up to the 47-yard line. And I think their time with the backup quarterback where he threw the errant pass might have been a one and done, John. I think they're going to stay with Cox.
Yeah, because I'm sure Coach Russ Morris wasn't very happy with that.
We're not going to try that one again, boys. So make it second down and 3 for Frontier. They trail 13-3. They've really battled here in this first half. Back to passes. Cox got a man. Nice pass.
Downfield, yes.
Excellent job that time, and good coverage that time by Caldwell as well. Back was Alex Hurlin, but just a good ball. There's nothing you can do. That Cox is very impressive. That's a good pass, good route, and good coverage by Hurlin. Just a nice play.
Just a nice play and a nice catch. I didn't see who the receiver was there. Did you?
Number 21, that's Dalrymple again.
Okay, Dalrymple.
Yeah, under center is Cox, and he will fall forward for a couple. So Frontier in scoring threat here. It's going to be second down and 8 at the 28-yard line. And John, I was thinking, and I think you may have some thoughts too during the break when Caldwell went up 13-3, that Frontier may have really lost some momentum, but not so.
Not so right now, no. They have just put together and have driven right down inside the Redskins territory again, and got it second and 9 on the Redskins 29-yard line.
They stay with that crowded backfield. Yep. They'll have Cox keep it, spins, and gets a couple 3. Excellent job that time by the Caldwell linebackers.
As Braxton Dudley comes up in there to get part of that tackle. So again, just about another yard.
Third down and 8. Now, the last time they were in scoring territory, they kicked a 34-yard field goal. This would probably be out of Cox's range.
Well,
it's going to be 45 yards from here.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
They need to get about 10 yards closer or more.
Based on what we saw the first kick.
Yeah.
It's third down and 8 at the 7:24 mark. Back to passes. Cox under pressure. Throws it deep. Down in the end zone. And
no flags.
Yep. So just a couple of guys fighting for the football. That makes it fourth down for the Frontier Cougars. So nice job that time defensive. That's Braxton Dudley back deep on coverage, and also Cale Bender, I think.
And Devin McKee, too. So the Redskins had coverage back there on that play. And I think that was a good no call on the official's part.
I agree. Just a couple of guys going for the football.
And both of them have a right to.
Fourth down for Frontier. Big play here in this first half for Frontier if they hope to stick around, because I think Caldwell's starting to get some momentum offensively. So I think Frontier really, in their minds, needs this. And I think Coach Morris is going to take a timeout to say, let's get it right, because I think he recognizes too, John. This is very critical. I think.
No argument.
Coming back to Caldwell, the way they moved the football the last time they had it, I think Coach Morris says, hey, we're in really good shape here. We're too close to the goal line to punt it. We're probably out of field goal range. We need 8 yards. What's our best play?
Yeah, Yeah, that's, I always thought, if I'm the head coach and my offensive coordinator in this situation, I'm going to turn to him and say, what's your best play?
Yeah.
And he better have one.
Hey, now you didn't shake your fist up at the press box, did you, after the play? Was that you, one of those coaches out there shaking your fist and waiting after the game?
I never coached. Well, I helped coach football some, but I was never a coordinator or anything like that. It was above my pay grade.
You just can sit up here and have all the answers without getting paid, right? Here it is. It's 4th down and 8, so time for Frontier, if they hope to stay in this game, to able to complete
2 slots and 2 wideouts.
Yep, back to pass is Cox. He throws short.
Yeah, throws short, incomplete.
I think he kind of panicked a little bit, and I think he got rid of the ball just a second or two before he wanted to.
And I totally agree with you on becomes a big defensive stand for Frontier.
Absolutely.
And a big offensive stand for the Redskins. So here we go.
I think this drive.
I think this is a ball game.
I couldn't agree more, Coach. So 13-3, 7:10 to go, second quarter. Caldwell trying to extend the lead. Frontier trying to hang on. Plenty of time for Bender. Got a man. It's Dudley wide open. Dudley breaks the tackle, and he's gone. That is going to be
a
long touchdown pass.
Yeah.
That's going to be 70 yards.
70-yard touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that was quick.
Yes.
That puts Caldwell right where they want to be.
And quickly. So now maybe you're looking at getting the ball back and going for another one in his second quarter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, our gal Paisley.
Missed her last one, and I'm sure she's corrected that.
Let's hope so.
Yep.
19-3. Caldwell. Kick on the way is looking good.
Yep,
there it
that
is.
One's good.
We'll take a quick break. It's 20-3. Caldwell over Frontier. Back in a minute.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch, and we are committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgent.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgent Construction. We'll take it from here.
Got your game on? We do all season long. High school football.
Kickin' Country, KC 105.
We are at the 20-3 score with 6:55. And Coach, I think this is what we maybe expected in the beginning, with Caldwell with the quick strike offense and a solid defensive unit. I think maybe the Redskins have said, hey, let's get it in gear here.
Yeah, it's time that we got things together physically and mentally, and let's get everything going in the right direction. And that drive right there, like you said, I think that's causing some things to come out of the sails of the Cougars.
Yeah, that one hurt. Kick is underway, picked up at the 20-yard line to the 25. Decent return, knocked out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So Frontier, not terrible field position, but Coach, you believe that this last drive by Caldwell might have been the game changer. Would this be the double game changer?
This one would be nail in the coffin.
Okay.
I think I would put it that way, because if the Redskins get a defensive stance here quickly and get the ball back with 3.5, 4 minutes to go, this could be the end of the beginning of the end, or the end of the beginning.
Straight ahead running for Frontier up to the 35-yard line. So Fortunately for Frontier, Coach, is they're able to, even though it's 20-3, they can pretty much stay in their game plan. They don't have to start throwing the ball all over the field.
No.
They can continue to run it because I'm sure in their minds, hey, if we get a good drive here, we can run out
the clock
and be down 20-10.
Yeah, and still manageable.
Yes, exactly. But this drive will tell a lot. Here's its second down and
there's
8.
the trips in the backfield.
Yep. They will go with
the
keeper
quarterback.
by Cox.
Oh, my.
He's not going to get much because that is outstanding job.
Boy, yeah, 4.
Boy, that's Dylan Wheeler and a bunch of his buddies.
Yeah, 4 of them on that, stretching out that sweep by the quarterback Cox.
Yeah, Ethan Carpenter in there on there. Colby Langley did some damage. Ethan Cox, the main man. So third down and 8, and most likely a passing situation for Frontier.
Yeah, and the Redskins working on a quick 3 and out here.
Yes. They will change formations now, will the Cougars. Oh, everybody bottled up with the 2 tight ends, and Cox keeps it himself, and
boy, he's
I think
close,
he's going to
but
be just short.
Yeah, just short there.
That's Braxton Dudley coming up on the hit. I think it's going to be 4th down and about 1. You got to punt it away. You're at your own 42-yard line.
Yes,
I've been wrong before.
I agree with you from field position.
You go for on 4th and 2 here from your own 42 and don't get it. You're basically giving up another score, or so I think.
But of course, I don't know their kicking. Now this might be a draw 'em offside too.
Sure, could be.
Nope.
They're just going to go.
He did not get it. He did not get it.
So Cox goes on the quick count.
Ethan Crock got good penetration that time.
Yep, on the bottom of that pile is Jarrett Van Fossen for Caldwell. Excellent job right in the middle of that, and that turns the ball back over to the Redskins with plenty of time and 4:41 on the clock. And I don't know, Coach. It's one of those ones you look at it later and say, I wish I'd have punted.
I'm 3-7, and I don't know.
Bender back to pass. He's got a man again. There it is. There's a touchdown.
Yep.
That's another strike, and that is Alex Herwin.
41-yarder.
Yeah. Well, I would say definitely conclusive 100%, John. This is what we thought was going to happen.
That was it.
In the game.
That was it.
We all came into the game saying.
Well, I would say that Cale Bender has broken the record for yards passing in a season.
Yeah.
By far. He only needed 61 yards. He got 70 on the previous touchdown.
Close to 200, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Kick on the way for the extra point is good. It is 27-3. We'll be back in just a quick moment for more first half action.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com.
Well, things are looking good if you're a Caldwell fan. You're up 27-3 with plenty of time in the first half.
First
John.
half, yeah. Might get another one.
4:35 to go in the first half, and the Redskins have really piled it up here in the second quarter. It was a sluggish start.
Yes.
Penalties, some mistakes.
And some hard running on the ground game by the Frontier.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yes.
Give Frontier credit for battling in the first quarter. But, and you know this so well, John, the talent has started to take over.
Yep. It's beginning to rise to the top, as we sort of had a feeling it would.
Frontier, this is the dangerous point of the game, too, where all of a sudden you make a mistake and turn the ball over.
Yeah.
That always seems to happen. When things go bad, they get worse. Another squib kick, and that will be picked up at the 47-yard line.
Let's see who fell on that. Number 9 fell on that. That was Adam Bills. Fell on that one for the Cougars. So the Redskins, and that was an onside kick.
All right, that's Alex Hurlin trying to uncover that. So Alex Hurlin just about there. So what do you do now for your fourth fry? You can't still abandon the run game yet, can you?
Frontier will still would like to go into the half with no unless they get points, so that Caldwell doesn't get any points there. That's probably what they're looking at right now.
Well, they're in a passing formation.
They
have 4 wide, and they looks like they're going to throw the football, and they are on a deep rush, and they get a screen pass, but it's going to lose yardage. That's Marshall Sayre defensively, and I'll tell you what, that's a screen pass, and Cox, deep drop, but he had 3 guys from Caldwell right in his face, and he had to throw it as soon as he could. Sayre standing right there, so the screen pass loses 4 yards.
Yeah, my goodness, 3 Redskins came in ears back and teeth out, and that kind of blew the play up.
Yeah. Well, let's see if they stay that. They're going to tighten it back up into a running formation now with the pistol look with the back behind Cox.
That's number 10 now back in at quarterback, and he fakes it, runs.
And another penalty flag flies. We hadn't seen any yellow for a while, except we got something down, but most likely is going to be on the Frontier Cougars.
Ethan Snyder came in at quarterback again. Let's see what they called.
Whenever it is going to be holding, I'm sure Caldwell's going to decline. You want the ball back.
Yeah.
No gain on the play, so 3rd down and 14 from your own 42-yard line. Boy, I think you almost hear take the ball, run the football, punt it away. They're back in that T formation, that tight backfield.
And here comes.
That was a fumble. That's recovered by Caldwell. There's that turnover I was talking about.
Yep. See who got that. Number 64 got that. That was.
Well, we're going to have to get a number change on that. That is Jace Norman's normal number. So whoever the New Jersey is, we'll get at halftime. We'll check with our gal Julie LaFollette.
I don't know if that's Van Fossen or not. That's who took Norman's place.
Yep, that could be.
So that's the first turnover of the game. Whoops, no, second.
Yeah.
Frontier's second.
Redskins in great territory at the 35-yard line. Bender will give to Sayre. He's had a good night so far. He's got even more.
He's gone.
He's going to down to the 10, to the 5, drags people into the end zone, and that's a touchdown.
35 yards.
It is all Caldwell.
Yep.
Extra point up coming.
Got a block in the back, so it's coming back.
Oh. Well, that just when you had it going your way. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, is that the second touchdown called back for Sayre tonight?
Yes, it is indeed. And there is, I'm going to be quiet.
No, you're fine, Coach. All right, Frontier's going to take a timeout with 3:03 to go here in the first half. We'll keep it right here. Caldwell, it looks to be you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Except blocking the back.
Yeah, well, I know that. I'll tell you, they're so explosive. That you've seen them a lot more than I have this year, but the one thing I came away when we saw them earlier this year, you and I, when they were at Connaught and Dolly, is that I think we remarked when we were talking after the game is they can hit you so quickly with big plays. I can't remember a team in the area the last, 4 or 5 years. I'm sure there's some that I can't think of, but who've had the big play capability of these Redskins.
Well, weapons. I've commented so many times that of the weapons that the Redskins have offensively that they can throw at you. And, that's why a lot of people kind of forget about Cale Bender running.
Yes.
Because he's done so much passing.
He is going to give back to Sayre. Another penalty flag flies.
So that's coming back. And there's another.
Oh, my.
And there's another penalty. Oh, that's going to be unsportsmanlike over there as one of the Redskins just absolutely run a Cougar clear up into the boards over there.
Yeah, that's silly. So, 2 penalties on the same play. It's crazy. You really, really got it going here in this second quarter for Caldwell. I mean, just looked outstanding. And then all of a sudden, John, you just lose your focus, your intensity, your desire. I mean, you know these guys better than I do, but bad enough you commit the hold, and then you knock somebody out of bounds unnecessarily. Come on, guys.
And I saw that one, and it was blatant. And I know who did it, but
we shall remain.
It will remain anonymous, but. You and I, there's no excuse for that.
No, absolutely.
No excuse for that.
And you know it.
No.
And we can't
11th game of the season, come on.
So here we go with a first and a lot for the Redskins.
Yeah, and
that's going to be a keeper on the end around and good running room for Caldwell. Is that Braxton Dudley?
That's Dudley, yeah.
Yeah, Dudley down to the 41-yard line of Frontier.
He's going to get about 20.
Yeah. It's going to be second down. Plenty of time to go here in the second quarter for the Redskins to get it right. They have a couple of timeouts left, and they're going to have it second down and about 16 for the first down. But I don't think down and distance matters to this team.
No. They can get that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So they will have Bender in the shotgun with Sayre next to him. Sayre has ran very well this first half. He's got another chance. He is down to the 30, breaks a tackle, breaks another one. Keep going, down to the 10, to the 5, knocked out of bounds at the 4. Yeah. Marshall Sayre is a guy on a mission.
Yep.
First and goal for Caldwell, up 27-3. Clock moving now, 1:50 to go here in the second quarter. And, it just doesn't seem that long ago it was 7-3. Frontier was hanging around.
Yeah.
Paisley Sidwell, by the way, may have an opportunity to kick another extra point. Now the pistol back look for Bender and Sayre. And they'll go straight ahead. Now Sayre will bounce it outside. Yeah. Nice job that time defensively by Frontier, stopping him at the 2.
Number 78 makes the tackle, and that's Preston Stamp makes the tackle.
Second down and goal now, and it's Sayre again this time.
Touchdown.
He is into the end zone. 1:05 to go. Second quarter, Caldwell scores again, and they go up 33-3, waiting on Paisley Sidwell's extra point are the Redskins. So a short field.
Yes.
John,
on the fumble recovery.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can't give the Redskins the short field.
No.
And they overcame some penalties.
Yes.
Well, here's Paisley Sidwell on to attempt the extra point.
Oh, they're going for 2.
Oh, okay. That's, for whatever reason. Bender back to pass into the end zone.
Incomplete, I believe.
I don't think he
got it.
All right.
He got it. Yeah, I didn't think he did either.
Of the end zone.
Yeah, that was Ethan Crock.
So Ethan Crock, the 2-point conversion, and I think that kind of.
Nope, that was. Braxton Dudley.
Braxton Dudley, okay. So we'll go with Braxton Dudley on the 2-point conversion. We'll keep it right here with 1:06 to go in the second quarter. I think, John, that was a case maybe where Coach Rucker just wanted to keep a balance on the score for going for 2. Not that Frontier's going to come back and score a lot of points, but maybe or something they needed to work on.
Yes.
Now,
it's nice to have in your arsenal.
Yeah. Now, I will say this, out of fairness, if this were the fourth quarter and there was 1:06 to go, I might have issue. But first half, I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm okay. You as well?
Oh, yeah. Yes, right.
I mean,
so the Reds, they're, we pretty well took care of, I think, the business of what was happening out there, and it's holding true. Those couple drives right there in the second quarter here have pretty well put this one in the books. 4
touchdowns here in this second quarter for the Redskins.
Yeah.
And the defining moment was, again, I think, when they scored that second touchdown and the wind went out of the sails of the Cougars.
Yep.
Big boot this time, and that will send the Cougars back to the 10.
Yeah.
And they'll get up to the 15, the 20. Gang tackle that time. Another penalty flag.
I think that's going to be against the Cougars, a block in the back. So we'll see here.
A lot of penalty flags flying.
Yes, there are.
In this football game. I think the time it's taken to sort out the flags has actually taken, they're going to say Caldwell. Are you serious? I've not seen much holding on a kickoff.
And especially, on the defense.
Yeah, that was the Patriots Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company kickoff, by the way. We've also had the Caldwell Lumber first downs, and that doesn't make folks very happy.
No.
Because again, John, you know more than me. Holding on a kickoff?
Yeah, that's and the Caldwell coaches don't seem to agree with the explanation that they were given.
Yeah. I was going to say, we've seen more penalty flag time than we have game time. First down for Frontier. They'll just keep it straight ahead. That's Cox. And Cox, nice gain of about 4 or 5, rustled down to the ground. And looks like they'll have one more play. Braxton Dudley on the tackle that time for the Redskins. And Caldwell is going to go into the locker room, we think, 35-3, which will bring up in the second half a running clock, by the way, if you're keeping track. After 30 points in the second half, you do have the running clock in Ohio high school football. So,
indeed.
But Frontier will get the football to start the second half.
Yes.
And we go one more play here in the second quarter. And it's Dalrymple, I believe, and Dalrymple will run it up to the 38-yard line, and that's going to end the first half. Caldwell leads the Frontier Cougars by the score of 35-3. As we mentioned, they will get the football back to start the second half. And we do have the halftime report coming up. That's the Sue Snode State Farm Insurance halftime. So it's brought to you by Sue Snode State Farm Insurance. Let's review that. Pregame tonight was brought to you by Gillespie's Drugs and Braden Med Services. Our kickoffs tonight has been brought to you by Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance. All first downs by Caldwell Lumber. This halftime report is the Sue Snode Farmers in State Farm Insurance, and our other sponsors, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Doan Ford, also the Dudley Satellites, WB Green Insurance, Southeastern Med, West 40 Auto Sales, Fresh Start Floor Covering, Sharon Stone Company, Emory Heating and Cooling, Surgent Construction, Doudna Chiropractic, Lorenz Custom Engraving, MVHC, and McVay Funeral Home. All of them are great sponsors tonight here in this first half, and we also want to send a couple of shout outs to our spotter Mark Pizzaro. Also stats tonight, all the numbers we had were brought to you by Julie LaFollette from Caldwell High School. So we are at halftime where we will take a break. It is 35-3. Caldwell leads Frontier.
Lorenz Custom Engraving is proud to support high school football. Call Lorenz Custom Engraving for engravings on your firearms, slides, revolvers, Glock frames and PMags. Also parts serialization, engraving on titanium, stainless steel, aluminum and brass including gold and silver watches, pendants and other keepsakes and jewelry. Lorenz Custom Engraving, 225-1882.
Doudna Chiropractic, located on the square in Caldwell for more than 25 years, is dedicated to improving your overall health. Doudna Chiropractic specializes in safe, gentle spinal adjustments and also features spinal pelvic stabilizer, hydrotherapy, and nutritional supplements. Doudna Chiropractic is open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesdays and Saturdays from 8:30 to noon. Call Doudna Chiropractic for an appointment at 732-4242. Visit them on the web at doudnachiropractic.com. Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Agent Sue Snode's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and we consider that a very good sign. See State Farm Agent Sue Snode at 400 East Street, Caldwell.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door, and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
McVay Perkins Funeral Home, located in downtown Caldwell, encourages you to consider funeral pre-planning. You'll find the ideas and suggestions from the McVay Perkins staff to be a genuine comfort to you and your family, and to your own peace of mind. To inquire about funeral pre-planning, call 732-4223 or visit their website at mcvay-perkins.com. McVay Perkins Funeral Home of Caldwell, proud to be there for you, your family, and the entire community.
Some things in life are just automatic. Like me, State Farm Agent Alan Hunter, offering great neighbor service plus surprisingly great rates on auto insurance. If you were to contact us right now, you'd find you could have some of those surprisingly great rates and good neighbor service right away, as in automatically. Give me or my staff, Austin, Minley, Lori, or Kelly, a call today. 740-439-5385. We think you'll be automatically happy you did.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
Dad, I don't feel good.
I'll grab the Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey.
Isn't DayQuil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey is just for kids, specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly, with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
DayQuil Kids Honey first, then video games.
Deal.
Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey, the kids' honeylicious daytime coughing, congestion, stuffy head, stuffy nose medicine. Safe for ages 6+.
Research shows listeners prefer a personalized experience. So to help you remember, Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance. We personalized this ad for Amber, who really misses boy bands from the 90s.
Hey girl, I'm the cute one, here to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I'm the heartthrob. The only thing I love more than you is saving. And I'm the other boy in the band everyone forgot about.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Got your game on? We do all season long.
High school football. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
Hi again, everybody. It's halftime here at Duval Field, where the Caldwell Redskins lead 35-3 over the Frontier Cougars. This halftime report is brought to you by Sue Snode, State Farm Insurance. We'll have plenty more to say as we go longer into the halftime report, but John, just your thoughts on that second quarter, where after one quarter it was 7-3, but then boom, there was an explosion.
Yeah, that's when the roof kind of caved in on the Cougars as the Redskins put up 28 unanswered points in that quarter via the ground and via the air. And, they're, as we have commented, and you're probably tired of hearing, that their weapons that they have came to the forefront. And Cale Bender threw, Cale Bender ran, and Marshall Sayre ran, Dudley caught, their
Wheeler
weapons.
ran and caught, and on and on.
Yeah, Wheeler, so their weapons really came to the front finally in that second quarter. I'm sure the people in the stands and stuff thought kind of, first quarter, what's going on here?
A lot of us did.
Yeah, and the Cougars came out, gave great account of themselves in that first quarter, and then the second quarter, the Redskins, they just finally decided that, hey, we're going to have to play a little bit.
Well, they avoided some of the mistakes they made in that first quarter. We'll step aside again here at halftime where it's 35-3 Caldwell over Frontier. Stick around, everybody. We've got more coming up on the Snode State Farm Insurance halftime report.
Dad, I don't feel good.
I'll grab the Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey.
Isn't DayQuil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey is just for kids, specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
DayQuil Kids Honey first, then video games.
Deal.
Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey, the kids' honeylicious daytime coughing, congestion, stuffy head, stuffy nose medicine. Safe for ages 6+.
Research shows listeners prefer a personalized experience. So to help you remember, Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance. We personalized this ad for Amber, who really misses boy bands from the 90s.
Hey girl, I'm the cute one, here to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I'm the heartthrob. The only thing I love more than you is saving. And I'm the other boy in the band everyone forgot about.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
MVHC Urgent Care provides health care without the wait. Their locations offer extended hours and are fully equipped with X-ray and lab services. You do not have to be an MVHC patient to utilize the urgent care services. Visit one of their convenient locations in Cambridge, Coshocton, Malta, or Zanesville for all your urgent health care needs.
Hi, this is Stan from Dudley Satellites, your local Dish authorized retailer. Our community is our family, and we are committed to supporting causes that matter here in Southeastern Ohio. That's why we are proud supporters in high school sports. It's just one way we are helping to make a difference right here in our own backyard. Call us at 740-581-1191 or visit 510 Cumberland Street, Caldwell to learn more about how we are supporting our community through Dish Cares.
Schrock's Woodworking is a family-operated cabinet shop with a passion for beautiful custom cabinetry. Whether you love a rustic kitchen with lots of shiplap or are drawn to a sleek and modern design, they create the kind of cabinetry you can build your life around. Call 740-489-5229. Cut out the middleman and work directly with your cabinet maker at Schrock's Woodworking. Visit schrockswoodworking.com for a virtual tour and a free estimate. That's SCHROCKS woodworking.com.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons' Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
This year, the Southeastern Med Cancer Services Team is celebrating 30 years of being accredited by the National Commission on Cancer. Earning this accreditation and maintaining it for 3 decades is a testament to their team's quality outcomes, dedication, commitment, and care for their patients and community. Learn more by visiting seormc.org today.
Lorenz Custom Engraving is proud to support high school football. Call Lorenz Custom Engraving for engravings on your firearms, slides, revolvers, Glock frames, and PMags. Also parts serialization, engraving on titanium, stainless steel, aluminum and brass including gold and silver watches, pendants and other keepsakes and jewelry. Lorenz Custom Engraving, 225-1882.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to high school football. This is the first round of the playoffs. It is 35-3, Caldwell over Frontier, and this is pretty much what we expected, John, when we came into the game, that a team in Frontier, let's give them credit for making the playoffs in the expanded OHSA version where there's 16 teams in each regional against a very powerful Caldwell team. And looked in that first quarter to our eyes and maybe some of the fans that Frontier really came to play, but you have such great respect for Coach Morris that didn't surprise you.
No, Russ has been around the game a long time, and I'm sure that his game plan was to try to keep his offense on the field as long as he possibly could, to keep the ball out of the many weapons again as the Redskins have offensively. And in the first quarter he was able to do that and got a 35-yard field goal from his quarterback Cox, and had the Redskins 7-3 at the end of the first quarter. But then come the second quarter, then the roof caved in and the Redskins put 28 points on the board, and the Cougars failed to score. So there was a couple of drives in there that you and I were talking about when we had a little downtime, that if the Redskins were able to score, they scored with 7 minutes to go, and then they got the ball back on a turnover and went right down and scored again. So two quick drives right there really hurt the Cougars and pretty much knocked them out of the ball game.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for Frontier to try and mount anything, because that running clock it gives you no opportunity to really come back. That's the downside of the running clock. Not that they would. I'm not suggesting that they were going to win this game, but it kind of penalizes you when you have that running clock, that you have no opportunity to come back.
Well, my son, he's coaching the special teams, especially the kickoff teams this year for the Redskins, and that's really a sore subject with him, because during the season, the running clock, it doesn't give you any chance to use your young kids. And he speaks out against it quite frequently, and I can see his point of view there from your coaching standpoints.
When you look at the Caldwell schedule of their 10 games, just the way the points have looked here on the sheet I have, 7 of their 10 games they had a running clock.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't give the opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, if you're Caldwell, what are you working on at halftime, John?
No injuries.
Okay. Do you address the penalty situation?
Do I?
Now remember, this is a new day and age. You can't beat them. Back in your day, you could beat them, but no.
You mean you can't grab them by the face mask?
No, you can't do that anymore. You have to say, so-and-so, I wish you would play cleaner football and not be so aggressive in some of the things you're doing. That's what you have to say with these kids.
If I were over there with those kids, my address would be again, and as you can tell, I'm a big proponent of the mental end of the game, and I would be talking very, very respectful to the kids about their mental errors that they're making. And especially, and I'm reiterating, fellas, it's the 11th game of the season, and boy, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't say this, but in the last 2 games so far, the Redskins have racked up almost 25 penalties in 1.5 games.
Right.
Now that is talked about, and officials are human. And as you proceed, and the competition gets tougher, you cannot have those kind of mistakes.
You know, what's interesting for me with officials, John, I'm thinking you may agree with this, is that when you don't necessarily have a rooting interest, you don't get so bent out of shape about the officials' calls. You just say, hey, he called it, you did wrong, that's the way it was. But when you're a fan of a particular team, oh, that's the worst call, every call's a bad call. So I guess my point is that for Caldwell, and you're making the point, I think, is that, you've got to own up to these boys. You're the ones making the mistakes. You're not getting screwed out there.
You don't want...
You need to clean it up.
You don't want your reputation to precede you as you proceed up the ladder in the playoffs. And, gets around that, they are really penalty prone.
Yeah.
And so now an official looks at a play that might be iffy and say, well, flag. Anyway, we're just rambling here.
Well, no. These are very, very good points when you talk about the mental game.
I would be very
playing and coaching.
I would be very, very concerned and talking to the kids about being in this game mentally and recognizing and knowing the game and knowing where what you're supposed to be doing out there and you don't need to do a lot of those things that they've been penalized for. So I'm sure the coaches will clean that up and get that taken care of and, just go on from there.
And you know what happens in tournament play, this is in any sport, but in tournament play, you can afford early rounds when you're the clear favorite, when you're the clear better team, to make mistakes because it's okay. You can overcome them. But when you get down the road and it gets to be crunch time and it's a 1-score game, you cannot afford to make those mistakes.
That's
and
kind of what I'm
your point is that clean it up now.
Yeah, mentally clean this up and get this taken care of.
You don't have to worry about it now or down the road. Now, for Frontier, John, not a great situation. You're down 35-3. You played a really good competitive first quarter. It got away from you in the second quarter. You get the ball to start the second half. What are you telling your guys?
Don't give up. Don't quit. Go out there and play hard. Kind of, looking at your younger kids and seeing how they perform and do that, and you just kind of encourage them and just make sure that.
As we're talking, the PA announcer needs to remind everybody that there will be a running clock to start the second half, just to kind of grind, I guess, a little bit into the Frontier folks.
So, it's just, and I think I had Cale Bender for 161 yards unofficially passing, so that puts him as the leading passer per season in the record books of Caldwell High School.
What kind of other numbers do you have, John, for these Redskins?
The Redskins, I had the wrong one there. Sayre, I had him only picking up 28 yards. He got a couple of touchdowns called back on penalties.
But he runs hard.
Yes. Ethan Schrock had 13 on the ground. Dudley had 20, and Cale Bender had 31, and that was the Redskins on the ground. Now passing, they had 161 yards unofficially passing. So leading receiver is Ethan Schrock with three receptions for 36 yards. And
pardon me, John, go ahead.
Dudley had the big one down the sideline for 70 yards passing. So the passing game has hurt the Cougars.
Yes, in good hands.
Yeah.
So We will take one more break, and when we return, we'll have the start of the second half. You've been listening to the Snode State Farm Halftime Insurance 353 Caldwell. We'll be back in 2 minutes, and we'll start the second half.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Agent Sue Snode's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and we consider that a very good sign. See State Farm Agent Sue Snode at 400 East Street, Caldwell.
MVHC Urgent Care provides health care without the wait. Their locations offer extended hours and are fully equipped with X-ray and lab services. You do not have to be an MVHC patient to utilize the urgent care services. Visit one of their convenient locations in Cambridge, Coshocton, Malta, or Zanesville for all your urgent health care needs. Where can you find the absolute best deal on limestone, colored mulch, and oversized river gravel? Only one place, the Sharon Stone Company, located just 3 miles west of Interstate 77 in Caldwell. The Sharon Stone Company sells quality products that will enhance your property. Sharon Stone has the best prices in the area, and they deliver. So if you're in the market to upgrade your driveway and landscaping, fill a culvert, or spruce up your property, call the Sharon Stone Company at 732-7100. That's 732-7100.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the Square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
Okay, we are going to begin the second half with a running clock. It is 35-3. Caldwell over Frontier, round one of the OHSAA playoffs. Our Twiggs and our good dear friend John Secrest, and John, Frontier will get the football, and you think their message was play hard, continue to play,
execute, and do things that you know how to do.
You think for the Redskins the message was, hey, clean it up, play hard, let's play smart.
No penalties, and let's get this one in the books.
Yep. Again, the winner of this game plays the winner of Portsmouth, Sciotaville, and South Gallia, a 6th and 11th seed. Portsmouth, the 6th seed, South Gallia, the 11th seed. And that game, we believe, will be right here next week at Duval Stadium.
Yes.
So looking forward to that. And if the Redskins take care of business here in the second half, they should have a good week of practice, extra lunches for the fellas in the cafeteria, and all the good stuff that comes with winning.
Yep.
Langley going to kick it away for the Redskins. And another squib short kick.
Yep, and it's fallen on by the Cougars. Number 77 jumps on it. Joseph Jones.
Yeah, Joseph Jones also trying to recover. There was Mark Dreffs for the Frontier Cougars. So I think they were probably aware of that because Caldwell's done that most of the night trying that squib kick.
Yeah, so that kind of tells us that might be in their arsenal down the road.
Could be.
Yeah.
Why not work on it now? Yeah. All right, clock is moving. We have the running clock. It looks like Frontier will go with their traditional under center. Back to pass is Cox. He is forced and fumbles the football.
And I think he fumbled. And the Redskins have it. Yep.
That's not the kind of start Frontier wanted.
No.
He went under center. He's been almost exclusively in the shotgun, and I think one of the adjustments for Frontier was to go under center. He went back to pass and just had no chance.
Right. I believe Dylan Wheeler came up with that recovery, and that's the third turnover for the Cougars tonight. And, of course, that's a prelude to disaster.
Well, let me see. I think they're going to take that away, John. They say no fumble. Said he was down.
Said he was down. Okay, well, I'll mark that back to 2 turnovers.
2 turnovers, but it's a second down and 13 for the Cougars. And They will go back to the shotgun after one try under center.
Yeah, no.
It's Cox again. Cox stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and no running room as
a whole host of
the defensive line there. So make it third down for Frontier. Kobe Langley was one of the guys in on the tackle that time for Caldwell. I think, John, this will tell us a lot about what Frontier wants to do here in the second half. It's third down in an obvious passing situation with 12. If they run the football, they're pretty much...
And they're in a running formation with the three backs and the quarterback in shotgun.
Yep, they are going to try and pass. That's going nowhere.
Yep.
That's sailed out of bounds. And another flag. Yeah, they're going to say intentional grounding.
Oh, boy.
Well, I mean, out of fairness, that's a tough call at this point of the game, but there was no receiver within an area code or so.
Well, and the other thing would be that he was not outside the tackle box either.
Yeah, Coach Morris really giving it to the officials. I think that's more frustration than anything.
Yeah.
That's going to be a loss of down.
So the...
it's not the yards so much as it's the loss of down. So it's going to be a punting situation for Frontier. Back deep is Braxton Dudley for the Redskins along with Dylan Wheeler.
Yep, as the quarterback, Cox, goes back to punt.
He's got a good leg, by the way.
Yeah, yes.
That's a
Booms one.
Yep, nice high kick. That will be fielded at the 34-yard line by Wheeler. Wheeler to the midfield stripe, and that's where Caldwell will begin with the football, their first drive of the second half. They are on top 35-3 here at Caldwell High School. Round one of the playoffs.
Yeah, the only time the clock stops right now is on a change of possession.
Right. Well, I don't imagine that the Redskins are going to be throwing the football, although they are in the shotgun with Bender, but I think they're going to go with Wheeler. Yep. Wheeler breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and he's knocked out of bounds. Clock continues to roll, even though he was out of bounds.
Even though he's out of bounds, he picks up about 9, I believe.
So Redskins make it second down and one. Nice carry that time by
Dylan Wheeler.
Yep.
He's such a tough kid.
Yeah. He's just a junior. He'll be back next year. He'll be one of the guys they're counting on.
Yeah.
It's going to be Sayre. Sayre gets the first down, does the dirty work, and goes straight ahead. So that is a Caldwell Lumber first down. By the way, that kickoff was brought to you by patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance. So now the first down brought to you by Caldwell Lumber. By the way, we will have the drive of the game, the play of the game, and the player of the game. Now Bender is going to pass.
He did.
And he's got a reception.
Receiver.
Then knocked out of bounds.
Dylan Wheeler, I believe,
Dylan Wheeler on the little corner route. And it's first down for Caldwell. So 7:10 to go here in the third quarter.
Third catch for Wheeler of the game.
Bender will keep it straight ahead, and he will down to the 5, and he's in the end zone. That's Cade Wheeler on the touchdown run.
Yep.
Now that makes it now 41-3. And let's see, our gal Paisley Sidwell is going to come on for the extra point.
Dylan Wheeler's hold.
Yep. So she is missed the one, got this one down, looks good from here, and
it is good.
There we go.
Yep.
So we'll step aside here, 6:45 to go third quarter. Caldwell on top of Frontier.
41-3.
Some things in life are just automatic. Like me, State Farm agent Alan Hunter, offering great neighbor service plus surprisingly great rates on auto insurance. If you were to contact us right now, you'd find you could have some of those surprisingly great rates and good neighbor service right away, as in automatically. Give me or my staff, Austin, Minley, Lori, or Kelly, a call today. 740-439-5385. We think you'll be automatically happy you did.
From the other side of the county, it's your Z39 Bird Union Rockets.
41-3, Caldwell over Frontier. 6:45 to go here in the third quarter from Duval Field in Caldwell. It's the Ohio High School playoffs. And this is
first round.
Yep, Region 7, Division 7, Region 27. And Kobe Langley will boot it away for the Redskins. And this kickoff is brought to you by Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company. That's a big booming kick, and that's going to sail. That's a live ball.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it didn't go into the end zone. It hit at the 1.
Beautiful kick.
The returner thought it was going to go into the end zone. He let it go, and I think he said, uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. It rolled dead on the 1 yard line. Yeah. That's live football. Yes.
He did well to get it up to, what, the 9?
9 yard line, yes. So, boy.
Langley much of the night has kind of kicked those squibs.
But he didn't that one.
I tell you what, I'd boot him up every time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a good leg, too, for kickoff. So, Frontier will begin at the 9 yard line. At the clock continues to roll. It's 41-3, Caldwell over Frontier. And Caldwell looking like they will advance to the second round right here next week. Frontier in the running formation. They'll stay with Cox, and Cox to the line of scrimmage and no more. And that'll make it second down. Second down and 9 now for the Frontier Cougars. John, just kind of looking ahead here in this second half, and you've been in this situation, how do you handle this running clock if you're the team on top? You want the ball back? You just want to let it play out? How do you?
That's a tough question for the coaches. I don't envy them having to do that. You know, you don't want to run the score up, but yet you can't tell your kids not to play either. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. So I think you just got to here shortly just clear the bench and keep your other kids from getting hurt and what have you.
Tackle that time by Dylan Wheeler, along with some help from Devin McKee for the Redskins. So third down and 10 for the Cougars.
That's
at their own 9 yard line.
17th quarterback. He has carried the load of the running game.
He will be in the shotgun.
Yeah.
He's going to roll to his left in trouble.
Yeah, and throws it
out
away.
of bounds. Yep. So, really, there's nothing about that because the clock doesn't stop, obviously.
Right.
So, probably not a bad idea to try and get something on the third down and long play, but they will obviously have to punt.
Yep, they're going to have to put the toe to it.
I'll tell you what, Dylan Wheeler and Braxton Dudley, they're at their own, they're at the Frontier 45.
Yeah.
Watch out here on a long punt return. This is a moment of the game, too, where you're that punt return guy, and for some reason you can feel it.
Yeah, your eyes are starting to get big.
Yeah. And there's the
no
punt.
rush at all.
That's a short kick, and that will settle at the 35-yard line and
40.
Bounce out to the 40. So that's where Caldwell will set up for their next possession here in the third quarter. First and 10 at the 41-yard line for Caldwell. And Caldwell, one more time for Caldwell. Keep in mind, we do have the drive of the game brought to you by Farmers Merchant Bank. Post-game report tonight brought to you by Fresh Start Floor Covering. Play of the game by Dudley Satellites. So plenty more to come here as we round this one into the books. 3:33 to go here in the third quarter. And it's going to be Marshall Sayre. Sayre breaks a tackle, breaks another one, still on his feet, down to the 10, down to the 5. Penalty flag coming.
Yeah, and he's
it's going to be a legal block.
He's got a.
I think it's going to be on Ethan Crock.
Yep. Which it's coming back, folks.
You know, Crock, honestly, he was not near the play.
No, that's what I said. You don't need to do that.
You know, Sayre was running on the right side of the field. Crock was on the left side of the field. Really, you're not even in the play.
Yeah, well, that's what we were talking about, you know, on the mental end of it, that you don't need to be doing that. You know, it's just something that you got to think.
Poor Marshall Sayre.
Yeah, that's about the third touchdown, folks. He's had called back.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Redskins. Sayre again to the right side. Cuts it back to the inside, down to the 19-yard line. I think we're probably now another flag flies. Oh, my, this is getting challenging.
Yes, it is.
Let's say that. So what's this one going to be all about? It's from the line judge. It was after the play. So I'm just wondering what
it's against Frontier.
It's going to be personal foul, face mask.
Face mask,
okay.
yeah.
So on the pile where Sayre went down, somebody grabbed a face mask.
Yeah.
And, that penalty goes against the Cougars and sets up a 1st and 10 for Caldwell, and I think you're going to see a big dose of Marshall Sayre here.
Oh, fumbles, dropped
football. Bender picks it up, and they will get to maybe the line of scrimmage, and wise to at least pick it up and try to make something positive. It just a miscommunication on the handoff with Sayre, with Bender.
Yeah, I think he was looking upfield and forgot to tuck the ball in.
He actually gets a gain of 1 yard, so 2nd down and 9 for the Redskins. They have it at the Frontier 9-yard line. They can get a 1st down. High snap.
Sayre.
Bender to Sayre, and I
don't
think he's
think
going to walk into the end zone.
Don't see anything there.
No laundry this time. And that's going to make it 48-3. Marshall Sayre finally gets his touchdown, Coach.
Yep, there it is. After 3 callbacks. I'd be having a long talk with my lineman.
If you're the coach or the player?
Yeah.
Come on,
I'm Marshall Sayre.
Yeah,
guys, come on.
You guys are like snapping towels in the locker room at halftime on me. Come on. There, Paisley Sidwell, kick on the way.
Look good.
One more time.
Yeah.
It's 48-3 in favor, or 49-3, excuse me, in favor of Caldwell. We'll be right back after this break.
MVHC Urgent Care provides health care without the wait. Their locations offer extended hours and are fully equipped with x-ray and lab services. You do not have to be an MVHC patient to utilize the urgent care services. Visit one of their convenient locations in Cambridge, Coshocton, Malta, or Zanesville for all your urgent health care needs.
Got your game on? We do all season long. High school football.
Kickin' Country, KC 105.
Well, this has turned into a rout, John. We kind of expected it midway, probably in the 2nd quarter when it started to get away from Frontier, but it's completely away now. And, you know, these Redskins, when we talked going in, they average 45 points a game. They're a little bit above that, and defensively, they only give up 8 points a game. So they're doing what they have done all year.
Yes, and you know, it's now a case of where you just keep the clock running.
Right.
Yeah,
well, it's 36 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter. Colby Langley going to boot it away again, and
I'm not sure that's Colby Langley.
Is it maybe a 2nd-team kicker?
I think it's a reserve team kicker out there now. There is it. Maybe it is.
Yep, it is still Langley.
Yeah, it is Langley. Yep.
Kick is another booming kick down to the 15-yard line.
Yep,
that's Cox again. Tell you, he's a busy young man.
He is, yes. Yes,
Really.
he's gonna sleep good tonight.
I think he's going to sleep on the bus on the way home.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to get his own seat. He's not going to have to double up. So change of possession. The clock
does not start, but
will start when the officials get it ready for play. And we're going to have that end of the quarter now.
That's going to
the
take
clock
care
is
of
gonna
that.
Run it. So after 3 quarters, it's Caldwell 49 and Frontier 3. We'll be right back after this important message.
Dad, I don't feel good.
I'll grab the Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey.
Isn't DayQuil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey is just for kids, specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
DayQuil Kids Honey first, then video games.
Deal.
Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey, the kids' honeylicious daytime coughing, congestion, stuffy head, stuffy nose medicine. Safe for ages 6+.
Research shows listeners prefer a personalized experience. So to help you remember, Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance. We personalize this ad for Amber, who really misses boy bands from the 90s.
Hey girl, I'm the cute one, here to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I'm the heartthrob. The only thing I love more than you is saving. And I'm the other boy in the band everyone forgot about.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Number 4, by the way, all first downs tonight brought to you by Caldwell Lumber. Kickoffs brought to you by patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance. Our pregame was Gillespie Drugs and Braden Medical Insurance. Our halftime report was Sue Snode, and we start the 4th quarter with Frontier and the football, and nothing going on there as they are thrown down from there. That's a great tackle. That was time by Ethan Carpenter.
That was Kirkpatrick,
Kirkpatrick
on the carry, yes.
Yeah, but Ethan Carpenter on the tackle that time hammered him. We do have the post-game report coming up tonight from Fresh Start Floor Covering. Our drive of the game by Farmers Merchant Bank. Play of the game is Dudley Satellites. And the player of the game brought to you by Plus One Pizza. We're still taking votes on that one. Making you hungry there, Coach? You're not eligible.
I had a piece of pizza today. Yeah.
Right. First down run or second down run, and Bear on the carry.
Snyder.
Yeah. So make it third down and 8. Sayer on the tackle that time for Caldwell.
Yeah. Don't see too many new jerseys out there yet for the Redskins. Van Fossen still in.
Yep, I see
there.
Crock at the defensive end. Yep, Hurlin's one of the corners here. Yeah. Dudley's a linebacker. So most of the first teamers still in there.
Yeah.
Back to passes, Cox. That's way overthrown
and intercepted.
Yeah, that's an easy pick for Bender.
Yep.
That was an ill-advised pass.
Yeah,
that just threw that up for grabs.
Yep, that was intercepted by Cale Bender.
Yeah. Yep, that's going to turn it back over to Caldwell.
Third turnover of the evening for the Cougars. But yeah, that one was just a wounded quail.
Yeah. Looked like one of your shots at basketball.
Yeah, well, I never saw a shot I didn't like.
Well, it won't go in if you don't shoot
That's right. That's what I told the coach.
Coach, I can't score if I don't shoot.
Yeah.
First down and 10 for the Redskins. They're at their own 49. They're going to go a little bit of trickery as it's a jet sweep by Hunter Parks. Parks down to the 30-yard line, 20-yard line. Hunter Parks, a 5'9" junior. That's the first action he's seen.
His first action he's seen,
That's a good run.
Yep.
So they run the jet sweep for Hunter Parks. And
picks up, 35 yards on it.
Yep. More running room for the Redskins. Clock now at 8:55 to go. Fourth quarter, pardon me. And Hunter Parks gets his first taste of
the action
success. Yep. He will now be, I believe, in the slot as one of the receivers. So back to the pistol with Bender and Marshall Sayer. Long signal count. Ethan Crock flips sides, and now Parks in motion. And they will go with the handoff to Sayer. Sayer down to the 20-yard line.
Pick up about 6.
Well, make it third down, very manageable here, about 3 or 4 yards. Or make it 6 then for the Redskins. They're once again threatening these Frontier Cougars. I think Frontier starting to become a little bit worn out, John.
Yeah.
You just kind of tell by the body language and the tackling. They're just they're hanging in by a thread. Bender to Sayer. Sayer loses the football.
Picked up
by Frontier.
Yep, Cougar, yep.
Well,
that's first turnover for the Redskins.
That's a very unaccustomed mistake by Sayer,
Well, he had one fumble against Sharon last week too. That was both of those surprises me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he very, very seldom coughs it up.
And it wasn't by contact. It was just I think he just didn't secure the ball.
He just didn't get from the handoff on. He just never really had it in where he could protect it.
So make it first down and 10 for Frontier. Clock moves down to 7:15, and they will go straight up the middle. Will the Cougars?
Yep.
It's going to bring up 8 yards for
Herlin makes the tackle.
Yep. Make it second down and 2. Leading the block that time. Mark Truffs for the Frontier Cougars. 6:50 to go here, fourth quarter. 49-3 in favor of Caldwell. The running clock this whole second half. And Caldwell assuredly going to the second round.
Yep.
Straight ahead again running and close to a first down. Depends on the mark. If the official's generous, they'll give him that. Looks like he's about 6 inches short.
That was Ethan Snyder on the carry.
Yep. They don't give him that extra 6 inches. So make it third down and just a wee little bit for the first down for Frontier. This is very important because you don't want to have to punt it away again.
No.
Maybe you get a yard here.
Yeah.
And they'll go with that T in the backfield.
Yeah.
Will Frontier. They'll go straight ahead and good running room and the first down.
Yep.
That is a Caldwell Lumber first down. That's to the 40-yard line, so give Frontier some credit for being a little gritty.
Yeah. Cale Bender on the stop from his safety position.
Yeah. Bender's had a really good game.
He has. Yeah, he's the punter, he's the quarterback, he's the thrower, he's the runner, and he's a tackler.
And he's a junior.
He's a junior, yes.
Yeah, look out next year. They've got some kids coming back through these Redskins. That's straight ahead running again.
That's number, Dalrymple.
Yeah, that's
on the carry.
Who's had 7 or 8 carries tonight. So for the Cougars, clock down to 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go. It's 49-3. Caldwell over Frontier, and nobody seems to be in a hurry at this point.
No.
The play clock is moving as well as the game clock, and Caldwell obviously letting Frontier take their time, and they're taking their time in the huddle. Why be in a hurry?
Don't blame them a bit.
Start the buses up. First down. We make it second down, and stopped in the interior that time by Colby Langley for the Redskins. Alex Herlin also in there on the action.
That was Ethan Snyder again on the ball carrier. And just a host of Redskin tacklers.
A bunch of them.
Yeah.
Third down and 5 for Frontier. Again, keep with us after the game. We will have some play of the game, drive of the game, and player of the game. Looking forward to that here in just a few minutes. Third down and 5 for Frontier. Under center now is Cox. And he will keep it himself. And he's going to be short. Even though the down and distance would say punted here, I think you go for it.
Yes.
I don't think Caldwell's going to hurt them if they don't make it here on fourth down.
No, it's something that's already been decided.
Yeah. So, it looks as though they are going to go for it, the Frontier Cougars. So they will need a couple of yards. The stick's right at the midfield stripe. So 4th down and 2 from their own 48 is Frontier with the clock moving. They will go straight ahead. I don't think they made it.
Nope.
No gain on the play. So Caldwell will take over with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the football game.
And here comes a lot of New Jerseys.
So an opportunity now for the Redskins to get some of the other guys in to the football game.
Try to get them, some of them for you here.
Yeah.
Hunter Parks comes in at a wide out. Jonah Morocco in. Jack Surdy in. Number 14, Gavin Leake.
Yeah, he's the backup quarterback. Gavin Leake is a freshman.
Yeah.
So
could be heir apparent.
Yeah. Well, my guess is he'll play somewhere next year and then move in as a junior, since Bender will be a senior next year.
Yes.
So Leake does carry the football that time, so he gets his first action. Gets about 5 yards on the carry. So, yeah, Gavin Leake, 5'10", 165-pound freshman, again, is the backup quarterback, but no doubt will get some time somewhere next year, then move in as quarterback.
Wyatt Williams comes in on the line. Wyatt Freeman in on the offensive line.
Devin McKee is one of the wideouts for Caldwell. The Redskin chant starting to...
by the old Florida State.
Yeah. That's Leake again on the carry, and he has the first down.
He does,
to the 35-yard line of Frontier. And I'd say we probably are going to have a couple more plays for the Redskins before we
set the chains. And
get ready for next week. Caldwell, Sam, this turned into an easy game, but they've got some things to work on.
Oh, yeah. I
mean, you can always work on things, but they've got some things to buckle up. They really do.
Yep. 9 penalties in the game, so of course, that needs to be cleaned up.
Okay, so I think they're probably going to just let the game end.
Well, the the game clock won't let it end. That just take a knee.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's the victory formation, and that will end.
it.
The football game where the final score is 49-3. Caldwell over Frontier. We will take a break and come back and do our post-game report, which is brought to you by Fresh Start Floor Covering. So stick around. We'll have some thoughts and some other awards after the game. So once again, the final score 49-3. Caldwell over Frontier.
Some things in life are just automatic. Like me, State Farm agent Alan Hunter, offering great neighbor service plus surprisingly great rates on auto insurance. If you were to contact us right now, you'd find you could have some of those surprisingly great rates and good neighbor service right away, as in automatically. Give me or my staff, Austin, Minley, Lori, or Kelly, a call today. 740-439-5385. We think you'll be automatically happy you did.
Doudna Chiropractic, located on the square in Caldwell for more than 25 years, is dedicated to improving your overall health. Doudna Chiropractic specializes in safe, gentle spinal adjustments and also features spinal pelvic stabilizer, hydrotherapy, and nutritional supplements. Doudna Chiropractic is open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesdays and Saturdays from 8:30 to noon. Call Doudna Chiropractic for an appointment at 732-4242. Visit them on the web at DoudnaChiropractic.com.
At Emory Heating and Cooling, one call gets it all. They provide comprehensive heating, cooling, and air quality services, including air duct installation, installation, heat pump, air conditioning, furnace installation, and repair. Ed Emory personally provides high-quality products that are both budget-friendly and provides the results that you would expect from your high-quality HVAC system. So don't deal with a bunch of techs. Deal with the local expert in the field, Ed Emory and Emory Heating and Cooling. They also offer 24-hour services. Give them a call, 740-255-4837.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch, and we are committed to providing exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgent.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgent Construction. We'll take it from here.
McVay Perkins Funeral Home, located in downtown Caldwell, encourages you to consider funeral pre-planning. You'll find the ideas and suggestions from the McVay Perkins staff to be a genuine comfort to you and your family and to your own peace of mind. To inquire about funeral pre-planning, call 732-4223 or visit their website at mcvay-perkins.com. McVay Perkins Funeral Home of Caldwell, proud to be there for you, your family, and the entire community.
Dad, I don't feel good.
I'll grab the Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey.
Isn't DayQuil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey is just for kids, specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
DayQuil Kids Honey first, then video games.
Deal.
Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey, the kids' honeylicious daytime coughing, congestion, stuffy head, stuffy nose medicine. Safe for ages 6+.
Research shows listeners prefer a personalized experience. So to help you remember, Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance. We personalized this ad for Amber, who really misses boy bands from the 90s.
Hey girl, I'm the cute one, here to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I'm the heartthrob. The only thing I love more than you is saving. And I'm the other boy in the band everyone forgot about.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
Got your game on? We do all season long.
High school football. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
There is jubilation at Duval Field here in Caldwell, where the Redskins have prevailed 49-3. Our Twiggs and John Secrest, glad to be a part of your Friday evening in round one of the Ohio High School playoffs. And after one quarter, it was 7-3 in favor of Caldwell, and things were looking not so good for the Redskins, but then 4 touchdowns in the second quarter put it away as it was 35-3 at the break, and then just a little bit of this, that, and the other in the second half, and the final ends up 49-3. And John, I know you were interested in some of the numbers that the Redskins put up, especially the guy at quarterback, Cale Bender.
Yeah, he ended up unofficially with 171 yards throwing, 7 of 9 passing, in a 70-yard touchdown pass to Dudley. Ethan Schrock had 3 receptions. Parks had 1. Dylan Wheeler had 3 receptions, and Alex Herlin had a 41-yard reception. As he wasn't picky about who he threw the ball to. He just spread it around and let everybody share in what was going on. He also picked up 56 yards running the football, and Marshall Sayre also picked up 56 yards running, as they didn't really need to go to him a lot. Dudley had 20 yards running, Parks 35, and Wheeler had 9 yards running, and Schrock had 13 yards running. So there again, even with Tice Duvall out of the ball game, you see the weapons that the Redskins can throw at you, and the workhorse for the Frontier Cougars was Lucas Cox, the senior quarterback, and he picked up 42 yards on the ground, and he had 19 carries from his quarterback, and he was just about everything for the Cougars.
Yeah, he accounted actually for their only points, that 34-yard field goal in the first quarter. And that was the only points that they would put on the board. But he was a very impressive player. But let's face it, just man-to-man, they were overmatched.
Yeah, and, it took place there in the second quarter with those two drives that we were very specific about, that the Redskins put together, that run it from, 13-7, or 7-3, up to, 23 to 24 to 3, and those two drives right
quickly,
there really, 23-3. Yeah, just really put the Cougars really in a hole that they were never able to dig out of. They just did not have the firepower to come from behind in a situation like that.
You're listening to the Fresh Start floor covering post-game. Ira Twiggs and John Secrest, glad to be a part of your evening tonight. And John, now when you look ahead, it's safe to say that Caldwell will be here next week against two teams with an average record that we don't know much about, because the region is so big that nobody knows anything about Gallia or Portsmouth-Scioto, only maybe what you hear or can read. So the big advantage for the Redskins, obviously, next week is you get to play at home, because that's about a 3-hour trip.
It is, yes, and it will be on Friday. That's a disappointment. I was trying to listen to some of the scores that they were giving over the PA here, but it was almost so loud I couldn't hear it. I don't know who was ahead. I don't know if Sciotaville or Gallia.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one of those things. We'll certainly know more tomorrow. But before we get into some of the awards, John, just your thoughts on the penalty situation. Again, put it into perspective that they're high school players. They're going to make mistakes, but let's also be honest that some of the mistakes weren't necessarily because of effort. They were more mental mistakes.
Yeah. And I'm sure that again that will be discussed, because as we talked about, as you go forward in the playoffs, as you might expect, the competition becomes stiffer, and you cannot afford those. You can't afford to rack up 75, 80 yards worth of penalties against quality teams. So, the coaching staff has some things that they need to, go over and work on and have that taken care of. So, but that's something that can be corrected. If there's things that can't be corrected, that's different. But that can be corrected, so we'll look to that to be done and look forward to see what happens next week against one of those Southern High teams.
Yeah, and John, too, is one of the things that I suppose you have to be concerned about is, again, looking down the road to get tested. This, past the first quarter, this wasn't a test.
No.
So I'm not sure Caldwell got anything out of it. I mean, they got the win, but did they get anything out of it that will help them mentally or formation-wise or something down the road that they can say, hey, we continue to do this, or we need to continue to do that?
Well, that's something the coaches will have to answer and look at the film and see, what they did get out of it. And that's been something that has been a concern for the coaches all season long, is the fact that they weren't tested. And, and then in the game that they did get tested against Fort Fry, they just kind of folded.
Right.
So here we are, kind of right back in the. Now Shenandoah gave them a good test.
Right, 28-18.
Yeah, and it was a little bit closer than what that score indicated. So that helped. So we'll see what happens next week when another playoff team comes in.
Well, let's look at the play of the game, and we thought about it, and I think we've come up with the 70-yard bomb from Cale Bender to Braxton Dudley.
Yes.
Earlier in the second quarter, that put the separation between the two teams. That I think that play pretty much put the game out of reach.
Well, and it showed Frontier that, boy, they do have that quick strike.
Yes.
And so
it just hurt them.
Mentally that deters you when that happens to you because you're expecting it.
Yeah.
and that's exactly what happened.
I think also, as we've discussed, the drive of the game to make it 20-3. Another quick strike by Caldwell put together an impressive drive with Bender throwing and running, and that really again put the game out of reach even more.
Yes. Well, I must be honest. All season long, the one we talk about Caldwell's weapons, and I don't mean to be redundant, but they do have. But the one that has impressed me the most all season long has been Cale Bender, and I think that he has developed into one of the better quarterbacks. And I know that he's got good skill people around him, but he has accepted his role and he has done it very, very well. And to me, I have really enjoyed watching him, come into his own, and I think that he's doing it, and I think that there's better things ahead for that young man.
Absolutely, and that leads us to our player of the game. What a nice job, John. My goodness, they were wrong about you. You are so sharp. I can't stand it.
Just like a tack.
I'll tell you what, the +1 pizza player of the game, Caldwell, Cumberland, Cambridge.
Yeah.
And our young man deserves it. He's going to have to share it now.
Yeah.
And after all the good things you said, you're going to have to give him a call and share some of that +1 pizza for the player of the game. Is an excellent young man, as there are many good quality kids on this football team. But Cale Bender, very deserving of our player of the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Well, my friend, 49-3, Caldwell takes care of business. They move on to next week. I'm going to guess one way or the other, you'll either be here espousing all the good things about the Redskins or in the stands yelling at the refs. One of the two.
No, I don't know enough. I don't know enough about the rules.
That's why you do very well.
So yeah, it's looked as though the Shenandoah Zeps were on their way to win, so that's probably going to leave us here in the booth next week.
Well,
if we do, we do.
We'll take that. If not,
we'll handle it.
Yep. If not, we'll just sit there and yell at the refs. So,
yep.
Once again, thanks for listening, everybody. We do appreciate it. Our good friend John Secrest helps us.
Thanks to you
so much. So 49-3, Caldwell moves on to round 2, and you've been listening to High School Football. Again, thanks to our guys on the crew and back at the station, and most of all, the great listeners. So have a good weekend, and hopefully we'll see you next Friday.
Thank you for watching High School Football from AVC Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Doan Ford, patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Southeastern Med, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Snode State Farm, Dudley Satellites, Dish, Muskingum Valley Health Center, Schrock's Woodworking, Emory Heating and Cooling, Surgent Construction, Dave's Buy, Sell, and Trade, Doudna Chiropractic, McVay Funeral Home, Allen Hunter State Farm, and Sharon Stone.